Revolution.
Illustrating pictures influenced by scripture, enlightened for sure. The babies born today will seemingly only know violence. Please like a thief in the night, but we're secure.
Street lights, borders, thought patterns, 6 lanes, 20 east. Contemplating defeating the beast, praying to God, why me? Waste not, want not, heavenly visions of white robes, gold crowns, harmonious vibration, the Om sound. This poem is bound by the creator of creativity. He said if there are 3 or more of me in the vicinity, chances are the Trinity's bloodline, deeper than the floodline on a 40-night voyage. 144,000 by his right hand. So I write with my right hand with the spirit of 12 tribes. I roll with a hard-knock scribe. Nevertheless, the devil wants to break my stride. Can't nothing hold me down but my pride. I have to die in self in order to fly. So watch these broken wings hug the atmosphere. I can see the atlas from here. Shed no tears. Do you hear what I hear? God is near. From 20,000 leagues deep unto 0G. Somewhere between heaven and hell, I'm trying to find me, carrying a cross with these modern day ancient Romans. Cosmetics says humans, their soul speaks cliche. Rubber stamp, they don't care if their love is damped. I'm raped by this system, it's time to blow this camp. I'm a floodlight in comparison to a lamp. The world is giving my soul a cramp, so I stretch towards God and let him work it out, as only he can work this cramp out of my soul called life. Please order my steps, Most High, God willing. I'm going through hell, try not to catch the feelings. I submit because it's time to start healing. It's time to start healing. But still,
I can hear the whisper of the crickets in the distance. Silence, so pure. Illustrating pictures influenced by scripture, enlightened for sure. The babies born today will seemingly only know violence. Please endure. God is returning like a thief in the night, but we're secure. I encourage you, please do not fear. Stand strong, the end is near, and I can hear his peaceful silence. Close your eyes, take my hand and follow me. I was sent by our Father, he walks with me. This journey'll never be easy, so I pack a pen and some guide with me. Life is a circle, we must go back to the beginning. The heavens are waiting. I put my soul in neutral and let God do the steering, his words as the pushing. I speak with 1,000 tongues, so don't push me. Too many siblings are on the edge of existence. It's time to roll up our sleeves and get on our knees. Revelation says no one can take what's given to thee. Open your heart and hear God speak.
There's two kinds of people in this world when you boil it all down. You got your talkers and you got your doers. Most people are just talkers. All they got is talk. But when all is said and done, it's the doers who change this world. And when they do that, they change us. And that's why we never forget them. So which one are you? Do you just talk about it? Or do you stand up and do something about it? Because believe you me, all the rest of it is just coffeehouse bullshit.
As poets, we have the ability to make a difference, can make a positive impact in the world we live in. Can't keep taking the path of least resistance, must be insistent, make a decision that there will be substance and value in these poems that we spit in, because the people will hold us accountable for the content we give them. And some of us should be doing our poems in sign language, because you ain't saying nothing when the message is missing, and egregious mistakes are not easily forgiven. Give a voice to the voiceless. Show to those that feel that they have no way out that they do have choices, that all is not lost, that they are worthy of being paid attention to no matter the cost, that they may have the weight of the world on their shoulders, but like haters, you can brush it off, because they are not alone. And though the poem may not be long, our words stay with them far after we're gone. And in some cases, we help them avoid the cost of bags with words that they heard so that they can carry on. So we must carry on. Send a message to those perpetuating violence by trying to steal one of the greatest poets in the modern era, and though he's no longer here, he is still one. Thought that they could silence him and his message with a steel gun, but as long as there are breath in our bodies, we ensure that he lives on. And though he's no longer here, his spirit never left, so he doesn't feel gone. Since he is laid to rest, it is now our responsibility to still run. Rest in peace, Will the real one. Help instill in women that they deserve to be treated like a lady. Can encourage that single mother who is struggling trying to raise that baby. Can show understanding for the feelings of injustice that felt with what happened to Kaylee, but then remind them of the unjust dealings that still occur and still happen in Haiti. And maybe, as a result of our voice being heard, we start to notice some of the changes occur. And though the lines between perception and reality are often blurred, don't be deterred. Use this power we possess for good or for evil. Use it as a tool to stifle or progress our people. Right from the heart so that when we speak, the emotion bleeds through. So you may not think that you need poetry, but trust me that poetry needs you. Not just to say, but to do. Because these people aren't just listening, they also see you. So be you. But know that there are two types of people. Those that say and those that do. So which one are you? Because it's a whole lot easier to write and spit a dope poem about the state of our youth and get applause than to be in the community and in the schools speaking to the youth and fighting for their cause. A whole lot harder to assist in developing a solution than stand and discuss the flaws. So we have to understand that we are part of the answer, we're not just grasping at straws. We should be investing our time in the community and promoting unity instead of writing blogs. It's all for one and one for all. But first let me pause. Be the one that lets that little girl know that she looks fine just the way she is. Be the voice of reason that helps encourage these grown men to take care of their kids while paying homage to the ones that are handling their biz. See, we need to understand that people are listening to the things we speak and forget about the dope lines and rewinds if that's what we seek. See, we need to be more concerned about this opportunity that we have to teach, to preach, to each and everyone in attendance, to anyone who is willing to listen. Change the world one poem at a time. And if not, then we may write the line that sparks the mind and starts the grind that changes it all. People are willing to answer if we are willing to call, are willing to lift us up when it is we fall. But I can't do this alone. I need you all to put down the problems and pick up a cause. See, we are mediators in this forum, have the ability to touch people without even knowing. Poetry can take you in a direction you may not otherwise go in, will allow you to speak and spend time in places that otherwise you couldn't go spend. So you can't pray in school, but you can recite a poem. So go then, use this art to speak to the masses, because we have to get this way beyond the English classes. You may have to sit to write, but to recite and be received, you have to get up off your asses. And if tomorrow is my last wish, then I want that wish to be that one of my poems reaches a young man to let him know that though he thinks he can't, he can. Speaks to the heart of a boy to encourage him in the absence of his father to still be a man. Let a young lady know that she has the ability to accomplish every goal that it is she sets when she plans. And no matter what society says to knock her down, she has a whole race of people behind her to make sure she stands. On her feet she lands. No poet will ever be able to accomplish this alone, but together,
does it really matter if you know me? It's the same. I suggest you intend to avoid that fender bender and stay balanced. No hidden agendas, no games. stay in your lane. Stop swerving, obey the traffic angel. Just pull off the curb and reevaluate your whole mission. Start from the keys in the ignition to the transmission and listen. Staying in your lane means balancing spiritual, physical, and mental. Do you think the fact that you were here is accidental or relevant to the fact you're strong or intelligent? Perhaps some evidence of where the heavens went. Multiply your years of life times your tears and strife, divided by your cares in life. So chat the guns, all the beers and knives. Carry over the 6-6, one more the devil dares to strike. The hypotenuse of sleepless nights and teaching spikes. The square root of no loot to share with white. Find the common denominator, cancel the player hater. Nothing less, nothing greater, what you hear is life. And the need to commence with caution when traveling. You haven't been putting on your seatbelt. What's happening? You place your hazards on, but it ain't working properly. What's left? It looks like you can't do right, so cause keep stopping me. And then you're thinking, what's wrong with this picture? How can you fix a mixture of folks who don't agree in scripture? Mind, body, and soul in a twister. It's like sipping the Kool-Aid, water and oil elixir. And we all know that don't mix. Not like the taste of a mental, a spiritual.
So check it out. What we about to do is what we're going to do is we call it a round robin. So you know wherever we at, you know it's popping because we got that melanin up in here. You know what it is, right? Yeah, my co-host, she gonna say a word when we get back to the stage. So without further ado, I know my man been over here cutting hair, but he also a poet. So I want him to come over here and share with the youth as well. So I don't have a list. I don't have anybody's names, but I'm about to bring my brother up here. Y'all give it up for my man Kiss, the Poets.
What's good? You happy to be here? That's what's up. Yeah, we're doing this for a good cause, school supplies, and doing free haircuts, like Abyss said. My name is Kiss. My name is Marcus. Marcus. So let's get into some poetry. How about it? If that's my phone too. I'm sabotaging myself. Just hit a button on it. Any button will do. Pick it up. All right, so here we go. Hey, yo, they're throwing a block party in my hood, so come through and chill. You can eat and drink and have a good time, won't have to spend the bill. You might have to put some bread on the bud if you want to smoke, of course. But don't worry about police. Streets is blocked from 7th and 3rd to 4th. Around here, you meet the coolest people. Ain't nothing wrong that you could say. So relax and don't be nervous, because we're all family for the day. Get a drink. The old school cat on the bench, that's his bartender. His name is Pappy. Some burgers, some beers, and sodas is all it took to make us happy. See, the little boys running fast, the young homies riding bikes. All the dudes in the back smoking and rolling dice. See, the girls jumping rope out there in front of the stoop, and the ones who just discovered their bodies trying to be cute. Ladies standing around in groups, spreading the latest word. There are good things that happen around here. You might just not have heard. The beat is bumping loud as your favorite song begins to play. Getting love as I enter the spot from Meek, the hood DJ. The phone will be going on for a minute. It's running till after dark. Dealers celebrate this thug holiday, so no sales in the cool out park. If you leave here pissy drunk, you might have luck to blame. Cause rules is you take a shot if you lose Big Joe's card game. It don't matter if you're short and fat or a skinny dude that's tall. We all get together, skilled or not, for intoxicated basketball. On these very special days, all the drama and bull cease. The best thing these events can do is bring about some peace. No shootings reported today, no angry sides we have to sever. I love this tranquil feeling and wish that it could last forever. Tomorrow life will go back to normal, harder than a rock. And I can't wait until next time we throw a party on my block. Thank you.
I lost my co-host. So what's happening, people? Y'all give it up for Kiss right there, out there in internet land, Ustream land. Oh, that Ustream was it? Oh, my bad. Jericho Broadcasting, my bad. Shout out to my man Roy Evans in there holding us down. Ain't nothing like hollering the wrong network on the network. Leave it to me. I will do it. Hello, Miss Dia. We want to thank Miss Dia for showing us love out here at the Initiators shop. Appreciate the love. Thank you for allowing us to come out here and make a difference. We don't talk about it. We be about it. Don't meet us there. You beat us here. All right? So with that being said, I'm going to try some new stuff. I know we on Jericho Broadcasting. Let me see. For the kids. Let them know never be afraid. You know what I'm saying? I know I'm in a room full of strangers, but we ain't strangers. We kin by some means. You feel me? So check it out. What's that in the air? gunpowder. It's like they really don't care. Lead showers. It's like the powers that be done lost their grip, and you not above the law. Karma wants a kiss. Break out the riot gear, they pumping the black fist. We done woke the sleeping giant and they madder than what's that in the air? Gunpowder. It's like they really don't care. Lead showers. They want us to sell our souls to barter a profit. Like God's property, it's hard to market. So we steady the aim, keep your eyes on target. Cause when you got the drive, yeah, they'd rather you park it. But I don't valet, you ain't getting my keys. Yeah, I'm keeping closed hands, I'm on bended knee. I'm just a reflection, dealing with 8 sections. The art mixed with life, you can hear the convection. You can feel the conviction on any selection. Superb diction, pen and guitars, my weapon between a rock and a heart. Yeah, I'm living on Baltic. Yeah, I'm trying to get the park place flowing like faucet. Hustle hard. Boulevards where I come from. Some get lumped for their lump sums and then some. Conundrum, vicious cycle, crumbs, son. Built the win ever since I was a young one. Mama had the pom-poms, I was young and restless. I left the drama for the dum-dums. Count my blessings, peep lesson. A mariachi with the metaphor. My hustle slept in, most high the guarantor. Loose it in the air, gunpowder. It's like they really don't care. Lead showers. What's that in the air? Gunpowder. It's like they really don't care. Lead showers. We set sail on life swings amongst kings and queens. Royalty on different scenes. My shoulders are here for you to lean when walking is just too hard. When your self-esteem is just too scarred. When your freedom has been replaced with bars. Amputated appendages means no reaching for the stars. Nowadays inspiration comes in small jars. And we still gotta play the cards despite poker face. Cause you got to know when to hold them. Know when to fold them. Know when to run in this rat race. And we chasing this cheese like it's crab. You do the math, I'm on God's credit, we running a tab. I was blessed with the gift of gab. Some of us don't get the point, we might need to be stabbed. But if we all in this together, why do it feel like we trapped? And if we are brothers and sisters, let's drop the misters and the misters and celebrate the way God kisses us. Because when we stray, he really misses us. God had his eye on we way before the fallopian sea. And I can't wait until I got 2 pieces of white meat sprouting out my back, busting for what we lack. Hell is what we see when our eyes open. Heaven is what we see when they closing. Words spoken deep like ocean. We all in the same boat, y'all. Just hoping. Talk to me. What's that in the air? Gunpowder. It's like they really don't care. Lead showers. It's like the powers that be done lost their grip and they woke a sleeping giant and we mad at it. Appreciate that, y'all. So yeah, we about to keep this show rolling. We about to keep the show. Oh, my co-host back? My co-host is back. My co-host is back. My pretty co-host back. Say hi, Ariana. She's like, who, me? We back here collecting back to school supplies. We got back to school supplies. We giving out free haircuts. We got a show out here. We're showing the youth that you can be who you want to be. You understand? You do what you got to do till you do what you want to do. You feel me? I ain't just up here entertaining. I came to exchange. I want y'all to hear this beautiful young lady. I got a chance to meet her. What's your name again? I got Isis over here. She got a beautiful name. Hey, how about that? So we about to bring Isis to the stage, and the lady has a voice that's far beyond her years. So we already know what this is. These are the indigo children. When they come back, the indigos, and these are the crystal children. Read up on it. I'm dead serious. This is testable. Indigo children. What we look at as the revolution, they're going to be so rebellious for us because we done laid down for so long. The dream didn't die on the balcony. Know that. It didn't die in the Audubon ballroom either. All right. All right. So what we gonna do? Some fruit snacks. What's the deal after this? What we doing after this, Ariana? So I want to shout out Caden and Dylan. They wanted to come real bad, but I told them, Daddy got like a long day today, so I can't watch them, right? But I got another co-host, her name Ariana. Say hi again. Yeah, you want to say a poem? You want to say a poem? Go ahead. She said that's enough showbiz for me. You good? Y'all give it up for my co-host. Such a pretty young lady. Yay! Come on up, Isis.
For the same people, life can be so real. I'm amazed by all your strength, I am, and I'm grateful you come through. Yeah. So I take this time to stop a moment and show my gratitude. I see what you're doing, I see what you go through. Put my light in the air for love is beautiful. Now everybody put your light in the air for us. Everybody singing together, singing a new song. You're beautiful, yeah. Many mighty ships are sinking. Many stars are falling down. And I count it as a blessing that you hold me up now. Oh, I can tell that you've been praying. My whole life has turned around. Yeah. And I can't go without saying that I thank God for you all now. I put my light in love for you. I see what you're doing, now I see what you go through. Put my light in love for love is beautiful, beautiful. Now put your light in love for us. Everybody singing together, singing new song. Put your light in love for love is beautiful, beautiful. Let me hear you say yeah, 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 yeah. Say yeah, 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 yeah. Let me hear you say yeah, 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 yeah. Say yeah, 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 yeah. I put my heart in love for you. I see what you do, I see what you go through. Put my heart in love for love is beautiful, beautiful. Put my heart in love for love. Everybody singing together, singing new song. Put your light in the air for love, cause it's beautiful, beautiful. Yeah, 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 yeah. Say yeah, 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 yeah. Let me hear you say yeah, 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 yeah. Say yeah, 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 yeah. You're beautiful.
We're going to see her again, I'm sure of it. Y'all give it up again for Isis. You know what I'm saying? The name go with you, you know what I'm saying? Your name almost make you walk in the spirit that you're supposed to. You got me? I told my mom I want to change my name to Michael, because everybody Michael Jordan, Mike Tyson, Michael Jackson. Michael, do it. Angel Michael. You feel me? See, a lot of times, like, what up? We got Vincent walking up in here. I'm sorry, can I call you Vincent? No. Dichotomy. He's like, hey, keep that down. So check it out. We got a couple more poets that walked in here, so y'all got a fly show. We got the seeds up in here. This is what we missing right here, y'all. We got to bridge this gap. We got to bridge the elders and the youth. Because right now, all they doing is making pizza slices. And they making sure that we are apart from each other. And this is what we need to do. Like back when I was coming up, if your grandma drank, if your daddy drank or whatever, everybody was in the same room. Now they're like, get that beer out of here. Why? You go to white functions, they got beer, wine, whiskey, barbecue, rebel flag. Ain't nobody got nothing to say. You feel what I'm saying? So this is why when we get here, like I urge all of us to amplify your melanin wherever you're at. You are God's. And God says, understand, they can't do nothing with it. They hate you because they ain't you. And if they kill you, that's what called martyrdom is. We're not scared to die. Just don't be afraid to live. All right? With that being said, we got the next lady. We got some more female energy up to the stage. One of the poets, also a member of the collective. She also was doing some video a few minutes ago. So y'all give it up. She got the little big sister in here that's going to be holding down the video. Right? Right. So check it out. Y'all give it up for Miss Nell D coming to the stage.
How y'all doing today? Don't judge me. I like saying twerk a lot. My baby sister, shout out to baby sister holding the camera right now. We have a twerking movement, and I want for everybody to be down. You don't have to twerk. Just, it's all about being free, loving life, loving yourself, and that's what twerking is. We Africans. That's what Africans do. We twerk. I don't like using mics, so I'm gonna go ahead and spit. Shout out to the collective. Shout out to the barber. Kiss the poet. Shout out to Side Abstract. And shout out to the whole educated gangster crew. Like, y'all some true educated gangsters. Shout out to Miss Dia. I love you, Miss Dia. Shout out to Dichotomy for showing up. One time I already know he gonna kill us with some lyrics. But I'm gonna go ahead and kill y'all one time too. All right. Tell me a story. Inform me. Keep me entertained. Here's the mic. Express how you feel. Erase the color so I know that it's real. Don't lead me on. Tell it like it is. Don't be no silly rabbit because tricks are for kids. It is what it is. Tell me a story. Give reality TV a run for its money. Be all what you imagine to be. Trust and believe the hustle is real. We're all hungry. Inform me with knowledge as if I'm in college. Tell me what the world's been missing out. Word is bond. Just spit it out. Give people something to hate. They don't know. They can never relate. New and improved. Showcase. Show out. Here's the stage. It's your world. Be selfish. Don't let the demons stop your fame. Tell me your story. I want to get to know you. Speak now or never. The mic is on you. Thank you, y'all. Y'all stay blessed. Thank you.
Y'all give it up for Nell D. And so even with this educated gangster movement, like what we realized is with the educated gangster movement is basically what's documented in books is post-slavery. What ain't documented is post-crack, post-Jim Crow. We dealing with that right now. So we the walking books and testimonies for that. We are the third testament, for lack of a better term. So we got to say what's going on around here. So if we spend our time using our God gift to sit around and just entertain this flesh right now, everything that we listening to basically that's new school, they got us talking to skin. Nobody talks to our spirit no more. Y'all heard that new Chuck D and Mavis Staples joint? Give us some pride. Give us we pride. Y'all ain't heard it? Hey, YouTube it. But you gotta understand, we losing these voices, but we not replacing them. So I'm glad we discover ISIS. So y'all be like, well, where did y'all do this at? Yeah, we was at the back of the mall up in Cobb County up to doing our thing at the Initiators shop. Like, serious? That's where you know? And I ain't saying this is where you got your break at, but I know the people in here can break people. You feel what I'm saying? I'm in here with professionals. It ain't just us here in Atlanta. And what I learned is don't worry about how many people in here. These the right spirits in here. God got the final say. Know what that is. You know what I'm saying? I done been in places where it's like nobody there but me that wanted to hear me. You feel what I'm saying? But what's up? What's up, boss? Hey, but what I like about this, y'all, thank y'all. Y'all can bring the supplies right here. They on TV, they trying to tell us that we ain't nothing. Black men this, black men that. And we know it to be different. So all we gonna do is amplify this melanin. Y'all see what's coming out, and we helping kids that definitely, possibly wouldn't even be looking at all of this. How y'all doing? And thank y'all. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So like I said, we come to educate, but you know, letting y'all know, Educated Gangster, we got picked up for the Atlanta Black Theater Fest, October 9th and October 11th. 2 primetime joints, so that's a Thursday and a Saturday. So we representing, and we had a little thing the other night, and I ain't gonna front. And we walked the plates. You feel what I'm saying? Thank you, Most High blessed us. But we went in there, we knocked it out the park. But the thing about it is, y'all got to realize we're poets going into acting genre. But we've been acting this whole time, acting like it sufficed us. We acting like we wanted to put the words in the club. But sometimes if you give them advice, they can't see the vision. You feel what I'm saying? So we steady pushing drinks, and we trying to push books too. It's going to be hard. Look at that. It's the Illuminati. Did I say that? Ain't no such thing. Well, such thing, but not what they giving y'all. It ain't got nothing to do with rappers. Because if it has something to do with rappers, rappers will be in Ferguson. Got me? Talib is there, but Talib's not a rapper. He's hip-hop. There's a difference. Rap is something you do. Hip-hop is something you live. So check it out. Without further ado, my man that came all the way from Greensboro, that Trefo, all the way down here, been doing his thing. We go back like time machines, but he was around here back when we was still on paper, reading out of books and everything. But without further ado, I'd like to give it up for the internationally traveled and well-respected, my man, Mr. Rozzi. Y'all give it up. That's cool.
Peace. How y'all feeling? I'm always down for the movement. Make sure that you spread the word. Be positive. A bit's gonna do something for me. I'm a hip poet. Mr. Rozzi, a.k.a. Blackbeard the Voyager. Get it in your eyes, window to your soul. Fill up your torso. Breathe in, homie, give it in your arms, legs. Hip hop is not dead. Get it through your head. Give it in your eyes, window to your soul. Fill up your torso. Breathe in, homie, give it in your arms, legs. Hip hop is not dead. Get it through your head. Rap, some do it for fun. Others, it's a culture if it's dead. Where the vultures at, rats, flies, maggots, there they are, sipping champagne, laughing, cameras rolling, is action, in the evil sea speak, are you having fun? Ladies, 2-piece bikinis, fellas got your big guns, music's changed, with the African medallions and X-Clan, only pass the mic to the next man, and he or she can rhyme, say what? You heard us the first time, get yourselves together, seriously, the quality should be better, inhale, but the fresh air we putting out a biscuit looking out. Hip hop, hip hop. Give it in your eyes, window to your soul. Fill up your torso. Breathe in, homie. Give it in your arms, legs. Hip hop is not dead. Get it through your head. Give it in your eyes, window to your soul. Fill up your torso. Breathe in, homie. Give it in your arms, legs. Hip hop is not dead. Get it through your head. Make some noise for hip hop one time, baby. I thought you could help me out, JoJo. Got my nephew in here. I'm coming from Greensboro, North Carolina. We've been kicking it for a while. I'm going to YouTube on Mr. Rozzi, you know, Mr. Rozzi 13. Check out a couple of videos. I want to do this other positive piece here. And if you're feeling me, I got some CDs. Check it out. Now, I'm all about love and positivity. When I say I love myself, you say I love myself. But only say it if you mean it. All right? Here we go. I will always love myself. And it go like, I will always love myself. Now holler at me, I love myself. I love myself. Street corners stay filled with dozens of individuals. The microphone, don't change it, rearrange it. I've been strong a long time. Strong rhymes, abyss up in this. And Mr. Rozzi don't miss. I love myself. I love myself. You see, I love myself so much. Sometimes I hug myself, but so what? People used to whisper like, he'll never blow up. I was gonna show you time now to turn up the microphone, blow up. I love myself. I love myself. I will always love myself. And they go like, I will always love myself. Now holler at me, I love myself. Yeah, I love myself. Yo, appreciate it. I'm gonna do a small piece right here and I'm gonna get out the way. You know, the Ferguson movement is real. So don't get it twisted and don't believe everything that you see, because the news ain't gonna just give it to you raw. Got my brother up in here. Yeah. This called Heaven Knows. I can't put up with this no more. Injustice with my freedom of speech at government. I don't trust them as far as I can see them. Political, economic, we don't need them. Democratic, Republic, I culturally squeeze them. Red, black, and green them. Analyze critically the pendulum swinging between the poles of integration and black nationalism. We must be our own black museums and Negro theaters. Give me my 40 acres. Revolutionary ideas have been smothered. Black creative writers burned out like fires. Can you truly grasp the need of the desire to speak about this, or the art will disappear and leave no imprint, no history or mystery? But we are social force of intellectuals that must be reckoned with. Watch our children shine. Society would not exist without a black man's mind and a beautiful black woman. The backlash coming. Prepare for that. Get there. Prepare for that. Get there. Rozzi, Mr. Rozzi. Check it. Yo, heaven knows my children shine. Heaven knows what's on your mind. Yo, peace. I appreciate you paying attention to me, Rozzi. Mr. Rozzi. Up in here cutting hair and everything. Dope. Educated gangsters.
What's crazy is Rozzi used to be here so much. I knew Rozzi from the A, but he used to always say, yo, I'm going to Greensboro. And I went up to Greensboro, and I linked up with these cats. It like changed my life, because I ain't never really been a person that, how can I say, attached to people sometimes, because you never know how people are. But I ran into the Upright Lions, and I became a part of their crew. And when I say these is my dogs, like you ever met yourself, and you be like, damn, I'm cool. I'm all right. That's how I was. It was one of them things where you meet people in life and you just don't know like where it is. You know where it's going. So peace out to the brothers. They over in Las Vegas, Nevada, but they'll be over here. We got something coming in October, so stay tuned definitely. Even though October 9th and 11th, so around about the same time, you're gonna see Bis, Upright Lions, and Rozzi. We doing something, so it's definitely a movement. All right, y'all good? Y'all enjoying yourself? Y'all ain't know you could come to the mall and do this, huh? You know what I'm saying? Like we like doing it for a great cause. I'm telling you, all these images they done gave us is lies. I'm 44 next Tuesday. I've been 4 decades. You feel me? We seen it before crack, so we know that it can be better. You feel me? But we ain't documenting what happens after they throw this chemical into our community. They threw something in our blood rail, y'all, because we strong like that. Y'all got to realize, like, when you walking around, you see this is where we come from. The animals is over here trying to keep us captive. You feel me? If it was so easy, why they lied about us about our culture? Why are we so mysterious? Why we got to go to a white person to get black culture? It's crazy. And I ain't got nothing against white people, but I love black people. This is where I come from. You wouldn't see the lions going out here. Let me get up these tigers. While the lions over here getting whooped down. I'm not helping the tigers until these lions get straight. And that's what we are. We lions in this jungle. And they lying to us. You feel me? So the only way we get stronger, we got to equip. We got to put it up here. Black male, they after us. They after us. And now we just happen to put it on TV now. It's cool. We ain't scared. Remember, if y'all ever played football or the coach tell you, just because they know the play don't mean they're going to stop it. You got melanin. They had to kill us to get the melanin. Y'all don't think I'm telling you the truth? Y'all know them glasses that turn like into sunglasses? When you walk in there, that's melanin. That's what that is. But don't think these black boys keep coming up missing and shot up dead and ain't got no organs. You never know what kind of cannibals that they tell you it's the Walking Dead. Yeah. But we sleeping giants. They don't tell you that. They'll tell you, oh, it's the Middle East. Why don't you just say Northern Africa? Ain't no such thing as Middle East. If Libya's right here, Saudi Arabia right here, I wouldn't say it's the same place. But they'll tell you it's the Middle East. Propaganda. You know what I'm saying? Complaint, the swagger too militant. That's just our spirits on diligence. Guilty pleasure, I got a weakness for the innocent. They want the wealth, but they'll tease you with the Benjamins. Because where I'm at, we don't deal with the middlemen. I'm complex like vegan speaking in pig Latin. One of one, most high on the patent. I'm on my grind, cousin, the hunger is so savage. And when I'm at my best, I treat it like my average. Because when you fly, they'll treat you like a maggot. Abyss in the upright, nothing short of fantastic. Top hats, rabbits, translation, magic. Paper, plastic, don't matter, bag it. If you slept, tragic. This the gospel. Acid. They can't get us. God done already told us. All we got to do is act like we in position and know that we in position. All right? With that being said, I want to bring up Vincent. We have one of your very, 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 very number one fans up in here. A daughter just ripped down the mic, so you have no choice but to rip up the mic. So without further ado, y'all give it up for my homie, my stromie. He from all over. Nashville, I know him from Orlando. I know him from Atlanta. My man, he that dude, though. Y'all give it up for none other. Fresh off the play, soundtrack covered in black. He was the good guy. Trust me. Hey, you don't have to be there to even know about it. So y'all give it up for my man, Dichotomy, coming to the stage.
Appreciate it. I'm not going to use the mic. Is that all right? Okay. All right. All right. So what happened? I said leave it a little closer. You don't have to. Okay. All right. So shout out to the collective and Abyss for putting this beautiful, beautiful event together. I'm happy to have come and be a part of it. I'm going to do a quick poem and get out your way. One of the biggest, with everything that's going on in Ferguson, one of the biggest, I guess, challenges that I have with that is the response from the community consistently when things like this happen. So a lot of times, a lot of people become social media activists. And so once the social media thing dies down, then nothing else happens. So if I was to ask, a lot of people, what happened to the girls in Nigeria? Give me an update on that. A lot of people can't tell you there's been 130 days since they've been gone, right? Because it's not cool to bring back our girls anymore. Now we've done moved on to the next thing. So the idea is that if we are going to be a part of movement or make change, then we have to stay consistent and stay focused on that until the change is made. So that's the reason why I wrote this poem. So I'm gonna do this and get out your way. Too often we fall short of doing what we should do. And as a result, the plight of an entire community falls on the shoulders of a select few. It's true. Because most of us refuse to see the signs when they are in plain view. You don't believe me? Here's the clue. Who remembers Troy Davis? You see, he remained relevant for as long as he was alive. Because soon after he died, everybody that cried for what they deemed to be an injustice in their eyes had their status updates replaced with lines from the latest episode of Basketball Wives. And we got the nerve to look at each other and say, well, at least we tried, when the truth is, black folks always get more accomplished when we plan. But unfortunately, revolutions are not conducive to short attention spans, and movements are the opposite of being reclusive and supposed to be the physical representation for that for which we stand. So tell me, what do we do now that we've seen another young man have his life taken by someone putting the law into their own hands, and the law is laying down because we refuse to stand? Sufferers of injustice have never solely depended on the government to alleviate their problems. They realize that oftentimes the government doesn't see it in their best interest to solve them, so it becomes the responsibility of those involved in to find a way to resolve them. And oftentimes that means without having the best hand, you got to be willing to go all in. And if your oppressor thinks you bluffing, you dare him to call him. Don't believe me? Look at Montgomery 1955. 381 days of walking. But nowadays, we can see a young man jumped and shot, and we still concerned about balling. It gets a whole lot easier to bite the hand that feeds you, and after you've eaten, you are still starving, hungry for truth, justice, and respect. But what do we expect when dudes that look like me are immediately expected to be suspects, suspected of breaking laws that were never used to protect us? You see, we are in for a fight, and it's the fight of our life, but this isn't a cliche. But you can't get mad if what you do is not equivalent to what you say. Because in this game, there are no instant replays, yet we play roulette with our lives and those of our kids for every moment that is delayed. Dr. Joseph Lowry once said that if we don't know where we come from, then we have no idea when there was someone trying to take us back. Back to a time when they could legally kill a man, and when asked why, say he looked suspicious and he was black. See, there's a whole lot of similarities between now and then, but they are banking on an intelligence that they say you lack. 15 years from now, ask somebody who's Jordan Davis, Trayvon Martin, or Michael Brown, I guarantee you they'll say, who's that? See, it gets a whole lot harder to find the truth in American history, so they tend to lose facts. And the fact is, we got to keep our own. That means you better start talking to these kids like they are grown. Because even though they are children, they have to deal with adult situations, and who knows when they'll be faced with having to deal with someone else's action when in fact they did nothing wrong. There are two separate lives you got to live by based on your skin tone, and just because it isn't widely accepted doesn't mean it isn't widely known. And we got to tell that to these kids before they are gone, before they are grown, because we cannot wait for there to be another Trayvon before we decide to save one. Because it's going to take a whole lot more than taking a selfie in a hoodie with a bag of candy. The question is, can we stay focused on the truth and the mission at hand when most youth are going to be happy with whatever the media hands me? See, the day is going to come when CNN no longer cares what happens to Michael Brown and his family. And that is where we truly see where you stand. See, the race is never given to the swift or strong, but to he who endures until the end. That's when your words got to become louder than your pen. Your voice followed by action. But most people's reaction is going to be to go back to episodes of Scams and looking at Basketball Wives until it happens again. When there are no longer any stories that are told about the plight of young black men. And we got to understand that just because those stories are no longer being played does not mean that we can allow our attention to fade. We got to stop waiting for other people to come to our aid and start taking care of our own and realize that we cannot do this alone. And if charity begins at home, then outside of it, hindrance isn't too far gone. Ask yourself, what would have happened if David had seen Goliath and decided not to throw that stone? If he had seen the size of the battle and decided not to fight? And anything we do now will never change the effects of that day and that night. We can change the effects of every night after. And even though ultimately this may not end up in the policeman's capture, ask yourself this. What am I now going to do to help the kids in my community and deal with the bigger issue? Because whether you believe one thing I said, there's one thing that holds true. This problem will continue. And the only person that can help solve it is you. So what are you going to do?
Got my co-host back. Y'all give it up for Dichotomy. Yeah. I want to shout out the educated gangster himself, Tommy Bottoms. I know you're watching. What up, boss? Yay, what's happening? Educated gangster in all types of sizes. Come on up here and say hi to Tommy, Miss Dia. So Miss Dia holding us down up here in the front. We're at the Initiators shop. We got a lot of, who's who doesn't stop by to make sure that we supporting these kids. And like I said, we don't just talk about it, we be about it. And we got, matter of fact, me, Tommy, and Dia just went down to Tallahassee. And, tell us what we got going on right here, Dia.
At the store or?
At the store and everything.
Oh, okay. Well, we're here, been here in the mall 15 years. Thank God for that, being able to provide our stuff for our people here in this mall 15 years. So thanks to all of our customers who come out here and rock out with us. So you can find everything from handcrafted jewelry. We have my sister Nikki. She's over there. She's a makeup artist. One of the makeup artists that was over at the Bronner Brothers salon that closed in West End. She's here with us. She makes like all this She hand makes it. She make like her foundation, her lip gloss, and all that stuff. So, ladies, please come get cute with us. And yeah, so just, you know, when y'all leave out of here, please look around the store. And then here in the back, we do like Plato's Closet. So we do buy, sell, trade, new, gently used clothes, vintage clothes, and all that stuff. So thank y'all so very much. Tommy, we love you. Sorry.
Detroit up in here, representer. D, the only person I know that can rap freeway verse, and what we do is wrong in a dress, and be like, and still be cute with it. Be like, huh. With that being said, I got a couple more performers. I have a gentleman that is definitely a staunch supporter of the Educated Gangster brand, so I'd like to bring him up here. Y'all give it up for Mr. Montoya from Mental Dialogue. They brought a whole lot of gifts over here for us to get to the kids. Appreciate it, man.
Dichotomy. That was a call to action, everybody. That was absolutely a call to action, because we are in the age, as my Mental Dialogue is an event I do right down the street at Executive Cuts Barbershop, like 7 minutes away from here, every third Friday. But I tell that group constantly, we are in the age of slacktivism. We've lost activism. So that is definitely absolutely a call to action. Matter of fact, I will even challenge you for, we're in this, I'm learning the social media stuff. I kind of still can't stand it, but I'm learning it. So I would challenge the group as we speak, because I know you have your smartphones now. Pull out your smartphone, go to facebook.com/mental dialogue. I'm not just making you go to my page, kind of, but that's not the purpose. But I mean, yeah, for all of you with your smartphones, facebook.com, find the Mental Dialogue page. And when you're going there, at the very top post is a petition, online petition. I'm pretty sure you've seen online petitions in the past, and you may have signed a few. You kind of don't know what happened with it, that kind of thing. Well, the online petition that's at the top of Mental Dialogue currently is being ran by Dr. Boyce Watkins. Some of you may have heard his name, but him and Russell Simmons, they ran a petition about 1.5 years ago that got the attention of Eric Holder. He actually called them, and 2 months later, he was making the announcement for anybody who, Eric Holder's our Attorney General, brother. But some of you may recall about 4 months ago, he made the announcement about looking to stay sentences for nonviolent offenders who've gotten 20 years for an ounce. So basically, they're sending up their appeals and sending up their cases for them to actually look to get them out. Because unfortunately, there was a law put in place to finally even out crack versus cocaine. I mean, this is a reality for our community. If you understand ending mass incarceration, we do need to do that. But if you understand how devastating that's been to our community, basically it's 500,000 black fathers that sit in the prison system right now. And so that's truly what's happened to our community. Sometimes you hear the rhetoric, welfare, and all these other tag things, and nobody talks about the fact that our men have been taken out of our communities in a major way since the 1980s. So they're fighting that, and we don't even talk about it. So basically, if you should see at the very top of the Facebook on the Mental Dialogue page, a petition, it's just a name and an email, but I'm just telling you the brother that stands behind it has effectively done this one time before. So I'm asking that you actually, one, like the page, and you'll see that the page is full of, I call it the one-stop shop for intellect. So it's a lot of stuff, all this information that he's telling you about, you're hearing these poets talk about. I put there, if you're not with them, always find their stuff on YouTube, you know, information that we're not getting. That's not, you know, full of what years ago. I came back in the dialogue. I used to buy y'all CDs. You know what I mean? With that said, people a flyer for the everybody, a barbershop. You know, we got much barbershops in our community. Actually putting together this opportunity to come together and have to do moving forward that we don't talk about. We've had political movements, we've had civil rights movements. We've never had an economic movement in our community. But why don't we? We don't trust each other. So come to the barbershop and make friends. And if you got a business, I'm watching residual income happen in that barbershop, but not because they came and sold the group something, because they became friends first. And then I hear that the real estate agent that we have met with this person. I hear that this lady who does makeup or is doing her hair now just because they got to know each other. We've expanded into a dinner club, a movie club, so we have a good time. Because we know in our community, we got to have a good time before we do anything. So we have a good time, and those are the residuals of breaking down historical trust, which is the goal of mental dialogue. Basically, raise awareness and reignite the commitment to excellence in the Black conscious. We are a self-help community dedicated to repositioning the African Americans in this society. So I'll give y'all the flyers. Hope y'all start coming out. And one last thing, in 2 months, I'm looking to put together at the barbershop an event where we're bringing in community officers to discuss our interactions with how we should conduct ourselves with the police. Because the reality for us is, as much as we know that there are others who can be like, why are you stopping me? We can't ever do that. We don't have an option to do that, and it's about survival. And we will talk about, well, they can do it as if we're fighting to be able to do that. It's not an option. It's not about right and wrong. So in that barbershop, you will learn all of your rights, whether stopped in a car, stopped while walking, or at a checkpoint. The rules are slightly different. You will be given all of that information at the event in 2 months. Like, that's what I'm looking to set up. We have other things that we're doing too. So that's the one that I'm definitely looking to have teenagers come through, and we're gonna do some simulated, see if you can handle it. We're gonna have the cops sit you down and see if you can handle it, because you can see it on the pamphlet and say, I got it, but when it's live in 3D, you forget all of it. Next thing you know, you're getting taken in just because you didn't understand your rights. That's where we gotta focus. And believe it or not, I'm gonna say something that people don't like, probably you're not hearing right now, but we literally have to improve our relationship with the police. Like, that sounds crazy right now, but it's the right information right now. All right, thank y'all for the little time y'all gave me. Thank you.
And that's what I'm talking about. Like, everything that you see, what we're doing in here right now, this is where we come from. We come from a resource of information. And we used to get this from grandma, grandpa. It was the whole village, and we came and we shared. That's what community is. But what this society, this era that we in right now, and I know it's going to get better, but we in some me stuff. It's all about me. Look at me. Hey. And we have a particular excerpt in the play where we're talking about dealing with the me and the ego and all of this stuff. Young people, what I'm telling you now, you can fly a lot harder, a lot faster. You can achieve a lot more if you're humble. Trust me. It's like the yellow brick road of getting things done. You be humble. You know what I'm saying? You can know that you're dope. You ain't got to tell people you dope. Show it in your action. Let it be in your aura. When you walk in, be like, I don't know, but that guy's dope. He's got a pony puff, but he's dope. That's a dope pony puff. It ain't regular pony puff. It's dope pony puff. So, I'm dead serious. So with that being said, I want to bring this next young lady up. She's a member of the collective, and I applaud the collective because, one, they're that generation where we were at when you didn't have to tell us. These are anomalies right now. Young people with initiative. That's an anomaly. Young people with initiative. Sometimes you're like, can I just take a test and get over it? No. This is real life. All right? So with that being said, y'all give it up for Miss Abstract coming up here.
These poems that I write come from here and here simultaneously, perfectly imperfected, because perfection will never be a piece of me. I was put on this earth to spit to you what the good Lord has given to me. It's nice to meet y'all. My name is Abstract CIM, and my mistress, her name is Poetry. See, I speak poetry. I breathe poetry. I eat it, then spit it to you. I make street poetry. I do slam poetry. I'm programmed for poetry. You know what? Forget that. I am poetry. It's nice to meet y'all. My name is Abstract CIM. Thank you. And I'm 1/7 of the collective, like he said. I was gonna spit a love piece to y'all, but after hearing Dichotomy and throwing off the vibes, I'm gonna switch that up. So this piece is entitled Elegy of Social Networks. It went right along with what you said. And this came directly from my personal Facebook page. We have a lot of people complaining and complaining and complaining every single day, but not doing nothing about it. It's real easy to post a Facebook status, but what are you going to do? So that's what this piece is about, and it's entitled Elegy of Social Networks. Lord, have mercy on our souls. Our children are dying, people are crying, and hip-hop's not the same no more. Our babies are having babies, and not just a few. I'm talking about hard-headed, snotty-nosed navies. I think I'm going to kill myself if I see another dude with his pants below his waist asking if he can get a taste of my temple. As she walks around with sacred breasts uncovered. See, you young kids don't know nothing about the struggle. Y'all don't know nothing about back in my day. Because back in my day, we didn't have things our way. We were blessed for $1. We used to sit up on the stoop and holler and play make-believe games. But your generation prays to crack cocaine. Y'all falling in love before you fall to your knees for his name. Oh, Jehovah Jireh, what are we going to do about these kids? As she pours negativity and fear into the mouth that feeds her. Oh, so y'all think this is music? With your auto-tune and synthesized noises? Back in my day, we had real music and all we had was our voices. Oh, so y'all think y'all got style. But we done been there, done that. Don't you know that what goes around comes back around? You might think you're creating something new, but in actuality, everything your little minds find has already been found. Oh, so y'all think y'all wifey material. Because you'll give him anything he asks for at the drop of a nickel, and most times, not even that. I'm sick and tired of being sick and tired. The school teacher with 4 kids out of wedlock talks about homosexuality being a sin. We're living in our last days. Maybe anything Bob Marley will take the pain away. Let's give it up for our black males who have once again landed their little butts in jail. Racism prevails. How dare Obama not fix the entire nation in under 4 years? If you think Richmond County gives a flying cotton field about you, you're wrong. This is the negativity I see with each and every refreshment of my personal Facebook page. We condemn the Illuminati, but we have learned to manipulate the minds of all of our followers in under 140 characters. We claim we're lifting the city up, but I get more and more depressed every time I scroll down, and I'm not saying they're wrong. I'm saying, what are we going to do about it? Because shaking your head at promiscuous little girls is not going to make them stop shaking their butts. And telling us kids that we don't know nothing about the struggle is doing nothing but tempting us to go find one. And it takes a whole lot more than pointing your fingers at the government to consider yourself an activist. And after this, you may forget every word I'm feeding you, look down your timeline and wonder why is nothing changing. Look, I say we all just gather around, hold hands, and sing beautiful hymns as we silently march to the funeral of social networks. Thank y'all so much.
Y'all give it up for Abstract. And y'all see, like, this is what, when I came to Atlanta back in 97, this was what I saw as church, because there was so much truth and honesty within, like, it's kind of like if you go to church, y'all seen the new Cat Williams? He talking about they not taking questions at church. He's like, you just make sure you give him a praise and worship, and by all means have your tithe. If you got questions for Jesus, you make sure you ask him in the parking lot. That's real talk. That's Cat Williams. But if y'all think about it, y'all can come here. Y'all are tangible. These people are tangible. You can ask them for this information. We don't have to. That's all we do. We exchanging information. If y'all think of us like we're X-Men. And if you need some attributes and I got them, and I can give them to you, guess what? I'm going to give them to you. Like female ladies, I like, what's her name? Narubi Salah. N-A-I-R-O-B-I Salah, S-E-L-A-H. She has a video on YouTube. If y'all got it, and I'm giving you good music, it's called Hookless 2. But check it out. It ain't nothing like hearing a sister spit. Because I remember when Lauryn Hill started spitting, and just remember what it just did to you. And you're just like, oh, she's sick. But I can go back to when MC Lyte used to spit. Cha-cha-cha, I'm the one. She walking through there with bodyguards and everything. Hustlers, but she didn't have to take her clothes off. Understand. So when we sit up there, anybody can talk to your flesh. It take a real one to talk to your spirit. And so when we looking at Narubi Salah, Cyrock, with the God Hop, the movement, you got females out there doing like a whole lot better than what they showing us. Y'all feel me? And now here's the thing: what Martin Luther King did to do that made it successful is he attacked the consciousness. Educated Gangster does the same thing. It allows you to pull that mirror and look at yourself. Black people been woke. There's some niggas that's been asleep. And now the niggas up now because here's the thing. We got to come together. And what we speak about in Educated Gangster, we talk about the niggas, the black folks, and the ones, the boule. We talk about these thugs that we can't seem to get around, all of this stuff. We bring that and we put it in here, and sometimes we don't want to hear it, but you'll find yourself in there. We got black Republicans. We got everything. You know what I'm saying? You got some, like I come from a neighborhood where the pimp didn't used to do what Hollywood thinks a pimp does. You feel me? All that stuff that y'all used to see in, what was that, New Jack City? When Nino Brown come through there. You know what I'm saying? Gangster had a heart. He's giving out turkeys and all of this stuff. But the thing about it is we don't even have a sense of where we going to take care of anything no more. We get it, it's gone. It don't even sit in our neighborhood quick. It'd be a Mr. Wally world in a minute. But hell, they 24 hours though. Well, I'm about to go over here. Kind of like what Tommy was saying, like, you know, when we all came together, when you see Educated Gangsters, it's that conversation that needs to be had. And if we do what we always done, we going to get what we always got. So we just trying to give you the medicine a whole nother, administered a whole nother way. So we can sit around here like, and we're going to have another rally. We're going to put up some more signs, and we're going to march and sweat in the sun and still not do nothing. So the thing about it is now, it's kind of like what Pac said. I might not be the one, but I'm going to spark it in somebody else. And that's all we do. We each one, we teach one. We hold down our community so nobody else has to. But what we got to get off of is we got to bridge this gap. That's the whole thing. We got to bridge the gap between the elder. We need our whole army. They got some of the generals locked up. We going to get them out. Because if we didn't think, this is how big your faith had to be. It has to look like you cannot win. But something inside you tells you I can win. You feel me? We all winners here. I'll let that sink in. All right? We're all winners here. So all we got to do is magnify it. And Cat, I want to bring this cat up to the stage. You've been holding us down. Jericho Broadcasting. We go back like time machines. Matter of fact, man, I actually found one of them YouTubes, boy. My hair was a mess. A damn mess. I was like, I couldn't believe this. My son found it, actually. I didn't find it. He was like, Dad. They go, Dad. And I was like, my wife was like, what happened? You mustn't have no girlfriend then. As a matter of fact, you're right. No. Told you, my wife is prophetic word. I know she's probably looking at it. Hey, baby, I know I told you I was going to choir rehearsal, but it's cool. I'm in here. We in the church. Now, you hear all this truth up here. But without further ado, I'd like to give it up to the man behind the boards and the camera, Mr. Jericho Broadcasting himself. Y'all give it up for Mr. Roy Evans Mitchell the third. Wow. Hey, matter of fact, hey, I just gave... Hey, I'm going to tell you a funny story. I didn't even know his middle name was that, right? Facebook has a way of just putting you on Front Street. I used to be Abyss with no last name. They was, no, you need a last name. I was like, I can't be Abyss. So I'm Abyss Graham. Like, boom. Now people think, your mama named you Abyss? Yes, she did. So y'all give it up for, what's your code name? Oh, man, I ain't got a code name. I'm Roy. Y'all give it up for Roy coming up to the stage. My bad about the middle and the last and the third and the fifth and Esquire the fifth. No.
All right, I'm actually not gonna stay up. No, I am not spitting no poems. Not today. I just wanted to come up and say, you know, I've been knowing Abyss and Tommy. I've been knowing Abyss and Tommy, John and Spinks for what, 10, 12 years now. We met on HBCU network cruise. But since then, they've been my people. Just to give you guys a little bit about what we do. I have the Jericho Broadcast Networks and Sky City Media Group. We are an internet-based broadcasting company. Actually, we're the first commercial black-owned internet-based broadcasting company in the country. I was podcasting before podcasting had a name. We started in 1998 with an HBCU sports show where every week we would do a 2-hour show and talk about nothing but historically black college and university sports. This was before high-speed internet. We actually had to break it up into 15-minute segments. It took 45 minutes to download each 15-minute segment of our show. We had 1,000 people doing that for a week. The brothers here are talking about the brothers and sisters are talking about all the different information. That is what we are here to be, is the voice of that community. The issue that we've run into for the past 40 years, I'll be 44 next week, is the fact that everybody else has been telling our stories. We are allowing other people to define us as who we are through our media. And that is a problem. That is where we have to come to the forefront to start creating the images, not only for us, but for our children, so that they can see the positive images and that all the images they see are not just the negative things that go on in our community. Like you talked about, there's so many positive things that happen. So we want you to check us out. You know, we're on, like I said, our one is SkyCityMG.com. That's actually our local affiliate here. And then the other one is myjbn.com. Most people are watching this through the stream. That's the site that we're on. We're going into our official launch or relaunch of the network in October. I'm talking to Abyss and them. We got to get him and Tommy both back on the air, Tommy. So I'm, yes, putting you on Front Street on the internet since you got me here doing this, that we want you back on the air real soon. Tommy used to be one of the regular contributors for a couple of our different talk shows that we used to do. Talk to Abyss about doing some different things. Dichotomy has actually been in the line for some stuff, but we got some things that we're going to be getting him on. The brother, I tell you, he's the superstar. We're going to do something with him. That's what y'all going to look up next year, and they're going to be like, Idris who? I'm looking for Dichotomy. So that's what we're working on right now. Get some stuff going with that. But again, you know, check us out. We have something that the brother talked about. The other area that we've got to get better in is the spending of money in our own community. That was where we switched and where everything changed. I was an African-American studies major at Florida A&M University. Rattlers stand up. We all over the place. That, of course, is a wildcat in Georgia. We're going to find one somewhere. But what we do, and I did a paper, African-American studies was one of my 3 majors while we were in college. And I did a paper on the fact that the desegregation was the worst thing that ever happened to the black business. People fail to realize, if you go back and research, look for Black Wall Street, look at Harlem, find out how black businesses were so much more prevalent because we had to go to our people. And what we didn't realize is that those businesses were the better businesses because the white people in other parts of the town would come to the black town. They had the best restaurants. They had the best clubs. And when I say clubs, I'm not talking about just so y'all can go get drunk. They had the best music. They had the best entertainers. All of those things were in our community. And when they said, okay, well, you can come over here and go to Mr. Charlie place, we left all of those. And so now we've got to get back to it. We've also got to get back to the place where we took care of the things that go on in our community and we held our communities responsible. And there's been that generational shift. You know, we talk about the things that happened in the 80s. A lot of us in here grew up in the 80s. Those were our formidable teenage years where we saw the transition. And like Abyss said, you know, I still remember when TV went off at 1 o'clock. You know, that when I say went off, you got snow. You know, my grandson will never understand that there's a time when the TV went off. You know, they are so inundated with information now, and it's all information that is geared to internalize into the black child to make them feel less than who they are. There are very few, I'm not going to say there are no images, but there are very few positive images that black children can look at and aspire to be that individual. And that's what we've got to get back to. We've got to get back to those things. And that, again, that's what we do with our network. We're trying to do some stuff. The brother who was talking about his project, all we tell people is like, hey, listen, and you know, we talk about being lions all the time. And I said the story is always going to favor the hunter until you get the lion side of it. And the hunter is never going to make the lion sympathetic to the other animals in the jungle because he knows what will happen. All he says is, oh, the lion attacked me, so I shot him. Didn't tell you the lion was protecting his cubs as he was trying to destroy them. And that's what we've got to get back to. If we're going to be those lions, and there is a reason I talked with the brothers. I met the brothers from the Upright Lions and told them, you know, I've been talking about being a lion for a long time because we don't understand that terminology, the king of the jungle. You know, there are things that we are. The other animals look to those lions. And we are that people that we have to get back to being those who make and design what's going on in our communities. We've got to stop letting other people take our images and do what they want with them. So, you know, check us out. We've got a thing that's coming up that we're going to be doing with the network called the Urban Business Alliance. And what the Urban Business Alliance is, it's a way for you to get your business out there and advertise and marketing through our network. The Jericho Broadcast Networks was specifically started with the purposes of promoting and pushing black-owned and minority-owned businesses. And I will say those businesses that are in the black community that support those communities. Because we have to realize that there are some good people, but like Abyss said, I don't dislike nobody. I just love black people more than the rest of them because that's just where I am. And that's what we're about. So we're about getting that information out, getting you going. You can go to our page. I believe we have a link from the main page. It's myjbn.com. And I also believe I'll check it to make sure I'll get it back to you. But I think it's myjbn.com/up, which stands for Urban Passport. Gives you a little bit more information. You'll find out about that, how you can get your message about your business. I'm going to definitely get with the sister here who are doing their things, Miss Dia. Oh, Tommy told me you do some radio stuff too, and we're looking for more people to get on the air on our network. But that was a side story. So we're going to get to that in a minute as well. But I'm going to let Abyss come back up. I think he about to perform something. Okay, well, here it is. There's Abyss.
All right. Give me 1 minute. Just give me 1 minute. Actually, I'm going to do a performance. I got Namde up in here, and let's see. Come on up now, Montoya.
I just wanted to reiterate something that the brother just talked about with his study, because I absolutely believe that for where we got to get, one, reiteration. This is why you will constantly keep hearing the things that Abyss is talking about, because he understands for us to move mentally, you must reiterate something different. You have to reiterate that, because when you hear it once, it's kind of like it's cool, but it doesn't sink in. And so, typically when you really can relate the information people are giving you to a story, it helps a lot. And it's just something that is sparked for me. But when he was talking about desegregation and moving our businesses that we had before and moving out of business, I used to do a talk show myself, and I had a brother by the name of Mr. Jim Klingman. He runs blackonomics.com, and he was actually in North Carolina at going to school when some of the sit-in stuff was taking place. And he recalls they wouldn't even take him because they was like, he couldn't sit down. He not gonna take it. He wasn't gonna take it. So Mr. Clement couldn't go with him or whatever. But he says he recalls once when Stokely Carmichael went, they did a sit-in at one of the spots or whatever. And this is a story that he related to Mr. Klingman. And he said he remember Stokely was saying that they got to the spot and the lady was like, "Don't you realize we don't want you here?" And he was like, and Stokely told her, he said, "Once we win this fight, I promise you, lady, I'm never coming back." And so Mr. Klingman has always said, once we got in, we thought we took it as a privilege and ran out of our neighborhoods to these other places and took it as a privilege. It was simply a right. It wasn't a privilege to go to these other businesses. And that's something that that story should relate. He was like, "I'm never coming back." They didn't want him there. They just it was right, so they was doing what was right. But he wasn't going to patronize that business again. We ran out of our community and have constantly and have never learned the conscious effort to spend with ourselves 381 days a day walk, and all you got to do is spend a little extra money with us, and it's actually serving us. If you don't teach your kids that, they'll never learn it.
Because we got to understand that in order to have the value, we got to understand the preservation that has to come with it. So if they don't never see it, like me and my wife decided to homeschool the kids, and I take them on the road with me. That's why when I look at them, like if they have an adult comment back to me at 3, he been doing adult stuff. I'm raising me again. The crazy part about it is my art was discovered. Theirs was nurtured. So it's different. So I teach them, don't be a coward of nothing. You ain't scared of nothing. Get out of here. Just do your thing. And and all the kids aren't going to do that. We realize that. All of them not. Everybody got their walk. But what I'm saying is, we as these lions in here, we missing it because the earth god ain't in the house. And they made sure they knew what that did. So when you they hear about the story of the elephants, when they was acting up, all the male bulls was around there acting up because they took the dad out. They brought the dad back in. Guess what? Them bulls calmed down. But this is why they acting like this. We can't sit up here and get mad because we made these niggas. That's what they did. And it ain't niggas to the point to where we, oh my God, I can't believe it. If y'all let these people tell y'all they buried that word name, buried Jim Crow, get out of here with that. You can't have gun buyback laws just in the hood, and then when some shit pop off, when some stuff pop off, ain't no Negroes with no guns. You just around here like, dang, they shooting at the news. We don't come from that. We bust back. That's just what it is. Right to bear arms. We ain't saying nothing that you ain't seeing. This ain't no different than a kid walking up if he go play Black Ops. He got to get the ammo. He got to get where's he learning this at? Because this is what our fathers was teaching us. So if that's not in the home, or live and die by the gun, you don't know how to get a whooping. You don't know how to get a whooping. Because here's the thing: in order to give out one, more than likely you're gonna take one. And my mama used to tell me, look, you come back here beat up, you going to have to fight me. You're like, damn. And I know my mama can scrap. I'll be right back. All right, I do not feel like this, woman. Where you at? What a gooch. You go looking for the gooch. You feel what I'm saying? But this is that fire that's instilled in us. So, I'm saying that. I don't see Namde. Who's gonna protect the women and the children? Lions, we in the building if you tired of the struggling and the killing. Zion, we need some healing. I was born in these killing fields with love at, it's really real, but stressful like a skull cap. I got love for y'all, now run and tell that king of the jungle, yeah, we run that. Apologies for slacking on the duty, but rap is like apostrophe hanging on your booty. It's a fact of life. You can go and ask Tootie, but half of y'all can't hear me because your attitude bougie. I'm not judging, yeah, let's call it happenstance. I know the difference between feces, flatulence. One is gas, the other solid. The way we treat each other, we got to stop it. There's a war going on between the kings and the queens. These niggas, these itches, all sorts of things. We got to elevate the brainwave. Yours for the taking, ancestors probably aching. What I put into this earth, hell, it should be quaking. I done gave up the bacon. Good morning, the awakening, wakening. Who's gonna protect the women and the children? Lions, we in the building if you tired of the struggling and the killing. Zion, we need some healing. I was born in this killing field with a love at, it's really real, stressful like a skull cap. I got love for y'all, now run and tell that king of the jungle, yeah, we run that. Y'all like that? Yeah. So check it out. They say they never miss you till you daddy, you're gone. They love you, they hate you, then they leave you alone. Swear they doing you right, but they playing you wrong. Pop tried to tell me it's the same old song. For that reason, I keep the flame on tongue, and that way my name stays strong. No matter what page I'm on, it's hard to move in this monkey business, even if you King Kong. Right now, the game is bananas. You're here today, you're gone mañana. Visit many places, my home Atlanta. When you on fire, some cats they can't stand you. Who's gonna protect the women and the children? Lions, we in the building if you tired of the struggling and the killing. Zion, we need some healing. I was born in the killing field with a love at, it's really real, stressful like a skull cap. I got love for y'all, now run and tell that king of the jungle, yeah, we run that. I say we run that. Check it out. I say tomorrow ain't promised, so I'm singing for the moment. I'm sparring with my demons, but I'm praying for atonement. I'm a gorilla in this monkey business, barely going baboon. Children are the future, while they shooting up the classroom, trying to bridge the gap to make ends meet. Yeah, it's hard to change lanes on a dead-end street, so I elevate my block and take a window seat. Just to get naked in truth, you'll consider a freak. So I fast for 7 days, but they calling me weak. That's a measurement in time, not calculated in speech. I got a blind man hearing with a deaf man optic. We entertaining sin, outcome toxic. People make the world go round, hate stops it. Practice what you preach, my neighbor, or just stop it. Who's gonna protect the women and the children? Lions, we in the building if you tired of the struggling and the killing. Zion, we need some healing. I was born in these killing fields with a love at, it's really real. Stressful like a skull cap. I got love for y'all. Now run and tell that king of the jungle, yeah, we run that. I said we run that. Appreciate that, y'all. Check it out. I got another member of the collective. I appreciate that. What up, Tommy? Getting it in, homie. Check it out. This next cat I got coming up here. Y'all give it up for one of our one of the collective's own, but he's definitely been a staunch supporter of helping out the Educated Gangster brand. Y'all give it up for none other than Mr. Namde himself.
How y'all doing? Abyss killed it. He killed it. As usual, he killed it. Yeah. Like he said, I'm 1/7 of the collective. We just came out here to show support. I support the movement. You know what I mean? I believe every young boy and young woman should believe that they're educated, young kings and queens, and educated gangsters. So the piece I'm going to do today is called Who Will Survive? There is a war going on outside. Who will survive? There is a war going on outside. Who will survive? Another black boy got shot on Channel 5. And I'm not sure what's worse, the lack of shock or his demise. The president is black, but we still niggas in their eyes. I guess that's why they tell us lies. I mean, why else is gentrification, segregation in disguise? As I look to the sky with my knees down and my head high, I realize that the hopes and dreams of Huey Newton, Malcolm X, and Dr. King has descended upon my generation, the 90s babies, who don't know the cost of salvation, yet who else will save this nation from itself? The land of the free that got rich off of slaves' wealth. You see, there is a war going on outside. Who will survive? She's in her 20s now, but her cousin touched her when she was 9. With no one to confide, she would cry every night, and she'd be right there by her side, under the covers, told her, keep it undercover, don't tell your father or your mother. Fast forward a few years, now all the boys want her number, unaware that she is bothered by powers beyond her control. She grew up in a house that never felt like a home, so whenever they lay with her, they are really just alone. And yeah, she's heard of love, it's just something she's never known. These are reactions to pedophilic actions our society just condones. At 18, instead of a college ID, she had gotten HIV. By 23, she was on her deathbed attached to an IV. The prognosis was AIDS with no chance of relief. Before 24, she'd be dead and deceased. There is a war going on outside. Who will survive? We live in a time where genocide's alibi coincides with religion. Men work 18-hour shifts because getting money is the mission. Mad at their lives, they beat their wives and blame it on their job description. When it's really intuition saying, yeah, you got your money, but all of your dreams is missing. Turn their back on their fellow man because it's seen as competition. Unaware if he looks in the mirror, he's as big as opposition. There is a war going on outside. Who will survive? There is a war going on outside. Who will survive? There is a war going on outside. Will you survive?
Where you from? Where you from originally, Namde? Nigeria. Y'all see what happens when we tap in? Liberia, Ghana. You feel what I'm saying? Because what we got to realize is we got to draw bigger circles. We can keep saying Atlanta, 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 Atlanta. That's all you're going to get there. Serious. We got to draw bigger circles. And stop getting black after Houston. It gets real Mexican-y in San Antonio and Pass. But look at the names. San Antonio, San Diego, San Andreas Fault. This wasn't their stuff. Those sound like America names. Y'all feeling me? Because here's the thing. Once you get your travel on, this is what's going to help you identify where these people are. Because, one, you're going to look at it like, why do I look like all these people in Hawaii? I went to Alaska in February of that year, right? A couple years back. I went to Alaska first, and I was like, hey, I went to the NAACP thing, and so, I was the guest speaker or whatever, so the kids was like, oh, I thought he was Eskimo. I'm like, no, stop. Don't. That's like, the kids just called me an Eskimo. I said, damn, like, that's like a racial slur, I thought. Like you can't, no, I'm not an Eskimo, but damn, that's funny. So then after I seen this mountain, I was like, what's her name? I can see Russia from my backyard. What was her name? Sarah Palin. This is around the same time she said that thing, right? So I'm looking at this mountain. It's called the Sleeping Lady. No, the Sleeping Man. The mountain. So I'm looking at it. It's like, yeah, it's one identical in Hawaii. I was like, what? Get out of here. I got to see this. So I was like, yeah. Didn't even know. 2 months later, I was in Hawaii. I think y'all seen all the pictures because I woke people out like, no, y'all look, I'm on top of the clouds. I'm 10,000 feet in the air. But I went to Hawaii and it changed my life. I went up on Mount Haleakala, 4th largest peak in the world. Closest I'm probably going to get to God in flesh if I don't go to Mount Everest. But I don't see that coming. Feel me? So, but I'm over here and as quiet as ever been. Probably more quiet than when I was in my mother's womb. You feel me? You don't hear nothing. And so the conversation was, I wonder if I could spit my poetry while I'm up here. So I'd rather be, the air is thin. So you like, nah, ain't none of that fast walking, none of that stuff. So I was like, you know something? This ain't time for me to do what I've already done. This is for me to do something I haven't done. So to speak to God, and you almost have to listen. You can't help but listen. I did that, got off the mountain, didn't even realize that my life was affected anything. I'm in the botany. Like, I ain't never been like, hey, let's go look at these trees. You know what I'm saying? Not those. I'm just saying. Tommy, I heard you. No, just kidding. So we over here looking at lemons grow out somebody's front yard. And I'm having the time of my life. God bless me to not have to. It was a blessing to me. It was given to me. You feel what I'm saying? Like a lot of us don't get over, and this is the closest thing I've ever seen to paradise, but a lot of us don't get a chance to see out of that. But soon as I got there, all I thought about is how I'm going to get all my seeds over here, and my wife, my family, my friends. Everybody needs to go see this because it's a whole different way. And then when I was over there, a Hawaiian came up to me. I told you they called me an Eskimo in Alaska. So I get over there, so the Hawaiian chick, we look alike. So I'm looking like, damn. What she's about to say. She said, I don't see many of y'all. I said, what, real niggas? I was like, what? She said, I think it's the plane ticket. I was like, dang. I was like, for real? She's like, nah. She said, you got a cool vibe about you, bro. She said, keep that. She said, you need to get your brothers and your sisters over here so they can see this. So I'm over here for 420, and I'll just keep it at that, right? So I'm over here for 420. All the white people were down on the beach, beating out the sand. Now, mind you, I ain't seen a black person in days. I look up in the damn trees, nothing but locks, dreads, look like I went to Africa. Nah, no lie. I'm looking like, where are y'all at? Like, it was nothing. It was about 200 brothers, black ladies. I didn't know there was that many black people in Hawaii. And it just reminded me of something like these people, they just go and they're there. I left American soil. Do you understand what I'm saying? These people were happy. The dogs laying out in the street. I'm homeless, but I don't care. Feed me something. But it's the best place to go and be homeless. You feel what I'm saying? You got these cats that be up on Wall Street. They go out here for 6 months and they just live up under a tree. Y'all understand what I'm saying? The experience is going to be your best teacher. They lying in these books now. I'm going to put you up on game, too. You see us everywhere because if you look at Buddha, here's the thing. My cousin Smoke put me up on something. When we do the 21 gun salute, do you know where that came from? Napoleon. It took him 21 shots to knock the Spink's nose off. And now we celebrate that. And we don't even understand. This is the stuff that's keeping us in bondage. They're rituals. Do you know it's a black Madonna in the Vatican? Yeah, I said it, internet. It's a black Madonna in the Vatican. So that means they ripped something off. It is what it is. Exactly. They can't do nothing with these lips or these noses, boy. You know what I'm saying? I don't care how light skinned I am. Like, I'm black. You see this nose? I got a schnoz. But that's what it is. But, you know. Oh, yeah. Tucson Overton. Oh, trust me. The number one coach. He did that. Yeah, exactly. But we don't hear about this. You hear like Tucson Overture. Okay, we're gonna go back to Martin Luther King and some nonviolent movements. We don't want you to know about that. But when you talk about Tucson Overture, they beat them at their own game. When you look at, even if you look at how Fidel Castro did what he did, like just Che Guevara. You know, we speak of all of these people, but these people are present now. We got to give these people their roses while they're here. You don't have to tell me that I'm going to make a change. I know I'm going to make one. It's not an if, it's a when. This going to happen. Shout out to my man with all the visuals around here. Y'all give it up, Detroit. What's your name, bro? Barry B. Y'all give it up for Barry B right here. All of these images y'all see right there. Rosa Parks getting fingerprinted. Come on now. I got blacker when I came in here. I got a tan walking through the doorway right here. You feel me? I'm actually dark skinned. It's my aura that has me this light. I do a little bit. I do sit down comedy. I do sit down. Sit, show, down. No, I'm playing. So with that being said, have y'all enjoyed yourself? Hey, Tommy, you know we got you, boss. Educated gangster. Hardest working man. Come on back. We got one more poem if you want to hear one. If you want to hear a poem, I got a poem for you. You come on up here. We've been up here. Oh, it's your birthday too? Leo Virgo power? That's what I'm talking about, birthday lady. I guess we can conjure up something. Hey, Dichotomy, you got something for the lady? A poem? Yeah, Dichotomy. Come on, y'all. Come on out here. Educated gangster up in here, 101. We doing it for the birthday. Y'all make sure y'all Skype it, Google it. Dichotomy coming to the stage, y'all. He is the best.
Happy birthday. All right, I would ask you how old you are, but I know you're not supposed to ask a woman her age. All right, 36. Amazing. Black don't crack. That's what I'm saying. Black don't crack. I'm 36, so that's what's up. All right, so here we go. I'm going to do this poem dedicated to you on your birthday. They say that beauty is in the eye of the beholder. So I want to tell her that she is beautiful every time I behold her. Marvel when I see her. Others want to be her, fall to my knees every time that I greet her, just so that I can look up and thank God for the day he decided to mold her. Praise the fact he even allowed me to meet her. Strong facial features, walks with this pace full of grace, yet carries the weight of the world on her shoulders. Daily, I seek her, just so that I can look her in the eye and tell that she is what heaven must have meant, wanted to eat her, but starved myself of true love because I wanted her to be my sustenance. Angelic in her essence and presence, she is something heaven must have sent, and she's perfect. So to try to change her into anything else is a sin for which you must repent. You see, her beauty is natural. There are no additives or preservatives. What you see is actual, and for me, it's factual. To think that you could be the descendant of anything other than a queen is laughable, which means that you are deserving of our honor and praise. From your conception to your inception to the end of your days, you have peered through our soul with this powerful gaze, taking the ice around our heart and set it ablaze. You see, you are one of God's greatest creations, and you have given man one of his greatest sensations since fire. And your words will inspire, have had men following them from the days of now back to the Greco-Roman Empire, and others will aspire to be what you've been and to do what you've done. Raise your hand to the sky, watchful eye, raise daughters and sons, and somehow convince them that they can move even higher. You are humble enough to allow your man to take the lead, but knows that anything he achieves is nothing if he isn't beside you. But sometimes Sometimes you might lose sight of all that you're worth. Allow the trials and tribulations of this world to make you forget that you are the salt of this earth, a descendant of royalty, been a queen since your birth, which means it's up to me to give you this just simple reminder that just when your problems start to test your faith in him, it is then he will find you. Just have faith, he is there, and when he comes, be prepared, because love doesn't work on a timer, and I know that broken hearts tend to cause the worst fits, but don't let that make you believe that just because you haven't gotten everything that you need, that means you're not worth it, because I'm telling you now that you're perfect. So if it really is true that beauty is in the eye of the beholder, then in time you will find that beauty is in the way we behold you. It is more than skin deep. It makes men weep, and hopefully it makes you remember everything that I've told you. So on behalf of every man, when we see, we shall stand, because we know if we want to see true beauty, all we have to do is behold her. Happy birthday to you. Thank you very much.
Never know, like hit the lotto, didn't you? She's like, God, I went up in here and they praised me. Initiate the shop. This is what we doing every Saturday. We changing lives. You feel me? You never know how we doing it. And words, they say, remember say sticks and stones may break you, but words will never hurt. The line. Words will get you killed. You know what I'm saying? Serious. You know what I'm saying? Some things that we say, and if you're not able to take it back, case in point, I have a relative that was pissed off at my grandma. My grandma passed away before she could get back and apologize. And you take that. You feel what I'm saying? So we sit around here, we walking with beef. This ain't beef, this lunch meat, y'all. Trust me. Y'all got to understand, we put junk in, we get junk out. So whatever you watching is going to determine your behavior. So if we sit around and be like, I want to be ratchet. I think ratchet is cool. If you change BET, you probably don't think ratchet cool. You feel me? So, I mean, we got to keep in mind, y'all, whatever's on TV, question it. That's why I want you to play that video after that give we some pride. I want to bring up Sutan up here right quick. Y'all give it up for Sutan coming up here representing. Part of the collective. Just Sutan. Okay. Just Sutan, y'all. He ain't part of the collective. He just an initiator group, and we initiating this.
Thank you. How we doing, everybody? All right. My name's Sutan. I'm originally from Baltimore, Maryland. I moved down to Atlanta about maybe a year and a half ago, from Fayetteville, North Carolina. And I have this poem that I want to read, since he really inspired me. So I have this poem I want to read, you guys. It's called Girls Want a Gentleman. I say, I know girls want a gentleman. They want a man that can care for them, love them, and make them feel safe. They want a man that knows their position and their man's place isn't replaced, or in their man's life isn't replaced by no other woman. But deep down, little mama, there's nothing to fear, because when you have a gentleman, everything is taken in consideration, and love doesn't come in moderation. Your gentleman won't allow the word love to ever be a hesitation. And I know society has got it messed up, thinking that every man is going to lie, cheat, and around on you. But listen, beautiful, there's a difference between a man and a gentleman. No, I'm not perfect. Let's not get that confused. I will make mistakes. We will fight and argue. But so you know, none of this is to harm you, but to rebuild the foundation that we let our different perspectives tear us down. But once we talk and we share our feelings, trust me, there's nothing to worry. And there's no such thing as we aren't meant to be if we trust and listen to each other's feelings. And because I know I'm a gentleman for you times a trillion, and you can believe it. Girls want a gentleman. Thanks.
That's what I'm talking about. He looked like Tupac, too. How about that? You feel what I'm saying? Y'all feel this love up in here? It's just like you do at church. When you leave here, just make sure you magnify it. Don't leave out of here cussing people out in the parking lot. Just let them know. Everybody can't drive. But whoever got a camera right now and you're my Facebook friend, can you get me on Hannibal Cam over here? Like this. I stopped the elephant with a hand. This elephant don't know who I is. Okay. What I tell you? I'm going to feed you mice. Nah, what? Y'all give it up for Nell D coming to make an announcement. Come on up.
How y'all doing today? Y'all enjoying the show? I'm doing good. I'm doing good. Just to answer your question. Like I said, I'm 1/7 of the collective. We have an Instagram page. It's called The Collective 7. Go ahead and follow us. And I'm a storyteller. I really don't consider myself to be a poet because I have a degree from Bethune-Cookman University in TV and radio. Rattlers, whatever. Yeah, so Hell Wildcats, Boo Rattlers. We all family though. We all family. We all family. But I'm a television creator of a show called Open Mic TV where I do documentaries, poetic short films, and I'm all about gravitating and sparking the world. Like I said, I'm Egyptian and West African descent. My baby sister's here. And we've been blessed to actually go to Ghana, Liberia, and other countries in the world, and that's what really sparked me to do what I do, just telling stories of different places, people, things, and I would love for y'all to follow my movement. It's ITSOPENMICTV.com. That's my website. Real soon we're gonna have a lot of documentaries. If you know Corey Whitehead, the painter, that's my latest. I have a brand new one coming out next weekend called Justice for Ryan, about a young man who lost his life at Death Valley, California. All his internal organs were missing, and his mom is here to tell his story. So just support the movement, the collective, and Open Mic TV. Thank you. Dr. Wanjohi, that's Auntie, first off. She's from Kenya, and that's a phenomenal woman. I actually need to email her and tell her that you gave her a shout out. Actually, no, Dr. Wanjohi, she really sparked me to do my senior thesis on Nollywood, the Nigerian African movie industry. The Nollywood industry is the second largest movie industry in the world, surpassing Hollywood, believe it or not. And my senior thesis was pretty much just talking about how Nollywood is changing the face of Africa versus seeing lions, elephants, giraffes, tigers, and bears. When you go to Africa, you back in America. It's just more black people. So, okay, Dr. Wanjohi, she's from. Go ahead, baby sister, y'all. Even though she's tall. Dr. Wanjohi, her name is Elise Wanjohi. She's from Kenya, East Africa. She's a professor at the great Bethune-Cookman University in Daytona Beach, Florida. She's a mass comm professor, and she has a lot of yeah. And she has a lot of experience in journalism, and she's phenomenal. She's one of those strict African women. When you see her, she's serious, but she means well. She has a kind heart. I would love to actually bring her up here to Atlanta and just talk to our people, our young people, because she's all about elevating, educating, and just waking the world up about media, really. And just one, of course, Africa, because that's where she's from. But just most importantly, yourselves. Like, know who you are, and don't wait for the man to tell you who you need to be and who you will be, because you are somebody. If you wasn't anybody, your behind wouldn't be here alive. So that's who Dr. Wanjohi is.
And I want to say something about that real quick. One of the things that we really miss out on, the HBCUs, or the historically black colleges and universities, have some of the smartest and most world-renowned professors teaching at them. So to all of you thinking that you're going to get less of an education because it's a black college, you're lost. They come to the universities, FAMU, Bethune, all of these places, and try to steal the professors away from the Ivy League schools. They try to come to our universities and get our professors to come and teach them. We're talking about world-class educators at the HBCUs. And I joke around about people from Bethune, but I will recommend, and even if you're going to a predominantly white college, I recommend that every black person spend at least one semester at an HBCU. There's always one there's pretty much one in every southern state. If you're in the southern or the East Coast, there's going to be an HBC in your state, and I'm sure that most of them have some sort of partner program that you can do with other universities. Get some time on a campus. I don't mean going to visit. Take some classes and watch the difference in what you're getting where you are and what you get at an HBCU. But trust me, there are educators out there. Dr. Wanjoey is a fabulous professor of mass comm in this area. So,
I just want to say one thing. All right, speaking of Dr. Wanjoey, Bethune-Cookman University was founded in 1904. That's my alma mater, by the late and magnificent Dr. Mary McLeod Bethune. She was she was best friends with the Roosevelts. She was a missionary from my mom's native country, Liberia. She was just an educator. She was someone who just couldn't take no for an answer. She was one of the first few black women to actually start a predominantly black school for girls, because she only had one child. And then later she became good friends with a Caucasian guy named Alfred Cookman, who had a predominantly all-boys school. And then later on came together and made Bethune-Cookman College. Y'all could look her up. She report on her back in 4th grade. And one of her slangs was, "I leave you knowledge. I leave you a thirst of education." And that's what my group, the collective, that's what we're here for. We're here to give you knowledge. We're here to just really, really take on the poetry world that Abyss, the Georgia Means, that the Tommy Bottoms, the Cola Rums, the Dichotomies, just all these magnificent artists are doing. We're here to just take on that trail. And we thank you guys for really being here, giving us the time to share our talent. And just look forward, because there's a lot more going on. You're going to see me with the camera. You're going to see Marcus with the clippers cutting little boys' hair. You're going to see Sasette spitting her life away. Jeff, just everybody. You're going to see the whole 7. Namde, everybody. Shout out to the whole collective who isn't here. Love y'all. Thanks, Avis. You're awesome.
Appreciate y'all. Thank y'all. And collectively, we made this happen, y'all. So we appreciate you allowing us to help some of the young students that are in need. And this is something that we can do all the time. I'm thinking about a think tank. Montoya got the mental dialogue. My man Roy has the platform with Jericho Broadcasting. We got enough in this room right now. But what we have to create is an infrastructure. Because here's the thing. They caught us on our heels right now because we've been busy fighting each other. You feel me? So we can't get mad when the white cop knock you down when brothers been killing brothers and we didn't trust them. But I do believe in this. If you kill one of ours, we got to come see you. That's just what it is. And you talking to a dad. You kill mine, you're going to have to see me. I ain't waiting for justice. It's only one way to get it. And I'm keeping it 100. I'm keeping it 100. A lot of people ain't going to tell you this. It's not about violence, but violence begets violence. If you come find my son, I'm coming to find you. I ain't waiting for that. I'm coming to find you. They ain't got to tell me who it is. If I know who it is, I'm coming to see you. Know what it is. And they ain't going to sit around. I got a crew of lions around me, and we ain't sitting around and we going to talk me off the ledge. No. I'm coming to see you, partner. Period. It don't matter white, black, or whatever. You take mine, I'm taking yours. That's just what it is. And that's how real lions move. You take mine, I'm going to get you. Give we some pride. Am I in the video? I'm next to Chuck. Mavis, I'm going to slap Mavis 5. Lion, look at that. Lion, elephant, sit down. No, but sit. Hannibal Cam. That was pretty dope. I got to keep that. You like that, dear? It's that new Chuck and Mavis Staples.
Give me some pride, Lord. Make me feel proud of myself. Let me walk with my head up high. Let me know that I'm fly. Instead of worrying about the clothes and the jewelry that don't do nothing for me. 'Cause I got the best, most beautiful brown or chocolate, purple butter skin in the world. Give me some pride, Lord. Give me some pride. hard to survive, no, to survive, yeah, to survive, yeah.
Gotcha, say it loud when I see wrong. Somebody's keeping songs from being strong. Music's abuse when the sick gets used. Now look at all these young people confused, Lord. I'm even seeing old folks applaud nonsense that we cannot afford. Flashback, now ruining some box where sex and teen pop equals hip-hop. Stop. Our young world stars don't know who they are. Slapping rap down from high art, here's a start. Y'all know better than that. You know why? Cause y'all better than that. Give them hope, give them love, give them pride instead of turning raps into little old traps. Not some character, know what I mean? Get some character, human beings.
Give me some pride, Lord. Make me feel proud of myself. Let me walk with my head up high. Let me know that I'm fly. Instead of worrying about the gold and the jewelry that don't do nothing for me. Cause I got the best, most beautiful brown or chocolate, cocoa butter skin in the world. Give me some pride, Lord. Give me some pride, Lord. I need a little pride, yeah. I wanna walk tall. We need pride to survive, no, to survive, yeah, to survive, yeah.
Is it me? Grown folks acting like kids on TV, following trying to be what they see. Sitting around sipping BE, no different than MT, reality trying to murder me. Oh, say I think they still cannot see. Tired of social media asking me, Chuck D, what you think about this policy? Wanna do something for the people, make us equal instead of being creatures with human features. You fail to plan, you plan to fail. 2014, 2 million folks in jail. 11-year-olds can't relate to champagne. Silent N-words in marketing campaigns. Believing anything celebrities saying. Now 40-year-olds be blinded by the fame.
Sisters, shake what your mama gave you. Ain't no sense in you shaking that thing or doing them things till you know what you're doing. Baby, I'm with you. Girl, you know we love you. We think the world of you. You're our queen. You know what I mean? We gotta love ourselves more, y'all. We gotta love ourselves. Run, where you at? Throw your fist in the air if you got soul. Yeah, it's gonna be hard to survive. Holding love for ourselves. Give me some pride, Lord. Make me feel proud of myself. Let me walk with my head up high. Let me know that I'm fly. Instead of worrying about the clothes and the jewelry that don't do nothing for me. Cause I got the best, most beautiful brown or chocolate, cocoa butter skin in the world. Give me some pride, Lord.
That's not gangster.
Give me some pride,
Chuck still got it.
Lord. I need a little pride.
Some people got voices. Oh, I don't woke up my co-host. I'm sorry. Y'all give it up for my co-host today, Ariana. Hey, Ariana, thank you. Thank you for helping me. It's nap time. The baby's like, look, I'm about to call the child labor laws. But I want to thank everybody that dropped something off, that came and dropped something off the school supplies. Collectively, everybody that donated their spirits and their time to come in here. You could have been doing anything else. You could have been giving the man your money. But no, you in here, we breaking bread, and you finding out what we doing is we birthing the movement. The movement is already here. We just knocking the rocky road out of it. You feel me? And shout out to ISIS, because I know we're going to see you again. Definitely. And all those that we invited, if you couldn't make it, we thank you for just even considering it. And like I said, the Initiators is here. They've been here 15 years. Why leave now? So y'all come through here. Y'all make sure y'all support. They got some wonderful art. We got Miss Dia up in here. You know if Miss Dia in it, it's popping. We got the Dilla t-shirts up in here, all that. So you come through here, hip-hop is community. Rap is something you do, hip-hop is something you live, and we living in this thing, all right? My name's Abyss. Shout out to Tommy Bottoms, Educated Gangster 101, October 9th, October 11th. Y'all go to AtlantaBlackTheaterFestival.org. Get your tickets early. We about to tear it down, October 9th and 11th. Know that you heard it here first. My name is Abyss. I'm your host. Shout out to Jericho Broadcasting for bringing us, The Collector, my man Kiss giving our haircuts, and everybody else that wanted to come and you couldn't make it. Godspeed. Don't slow down. Peace.